Hello, this is Victor and welcome to my newest Project Zomboid video. In this video, I'm going to share you 10 tips for new players to get better at Project Zomboid and survive for a longer time. So let's start. Tip number 1, start the game in Rosewood. There are a couple of reasons why Rosewood is the perfect start. One of the reasons is that the zombie population in Rosewood is not that high. It's actually really low, and the quality of loot is actually really high because when you look at the places in Rosewood and what you can loot, there's the police station which has guns and other stuff that police usually use. There's a fire station with a lot of axes and fire equipment like the gear that they wear. There's a bookstore and there's also a high school so that you can loot both of them for a lot of skill books and magazines. So Rosewood is actually the perfect place to start. There are 2 gas stations in Rosewood as well. So you can find your car, you can get your loot, you can increase your skills. There are a lot of things in Rosewood that you can do, and the one thing that you can't do in Rosewood is to fish. So there is not a as far as I know, you can't fish in Rosewood. So if you want to fish, start somewhere else. I would then suggest Riverside. But if you don't want to fish, and you don't really need to fish in this game, so if you're just playing in apocalypse setting or an easier difficulty, you don't need to fish in this game. The loot, the food loot from houses and other buildings is sufficient to go for a very long time. So Rosewood, I suggest you start in. Tip number 2, pick a weapon type. So weapon types go such, there's short blunt, there's long blunt, there is short blade, there is long blade, there is axe, and you can pick one of these. And there is also spear, but spear is not really the weapon class that I would suggest for a new player to start. And they nerfed spears recently, so I wouldn't suggest to start with spears. But these are basically the starting weapon classes that you can start with. And I suggest picking one of them and not long blade, because long blade requires a lot of prep work. So I don't suggest starting with long blade. So pick either short blunt, long blunt, or short blade basically, or axe. You can start with any of these 4. And some of the occupations and some of the traits have bonuses to these skills, and these are very important because, for example, when you pick park ranger, it gives +1 to axe. And it doesn't just give +1 to axe actually. When you look at the major skills on this right bottom side here, it says X, there's 1 skill bar, and there's +75%. So whenever you pick something that has +1 to skill, you also receive 75% experience gain on that skill. This only happens in the selection of occupations and traits. And if you pick something with +2x, there are some traits that give X skill, for example. If you pick one of them, then you can start with 2x. And there is Brawler, for example, for 6 skill. If you pick 2 points in X, then you get 100% experience bonus for X. So, however many you stack here, up to 3, obviously, you get a lot of experience bonus. And you can also pick, where is it? There is Fast Learner here. It says it's increased XP gains. This also includes skill gains, so you can become a better fighter in a very short time. When you gain skills in one weapon class, you don't just gain increased damage from it. You gain increased damage, you gain lower amount of stamina usage when you are using that skill. You are gaining a longer time of fight before you start feeling muscle strain. You also gain less amount of durability loss when you're using the weapon. So the difference between 0 weapon class and 10 weapon class is astronomical. So if you have 0 in axe and you're using an axe, and you, for example, let's say you kill 20 zombies and you start getting out of breath. With the same strength and same fitness skill, if you had 10 axe and you're using the same axe, it's like 100 zombies, 150 zombies before you start getting out of breath. It's day and night. The difference is huge. So I suggest picking just one weapon class, and then you get 1 or 2 or 3 increased skill in your starting occupation and traits. And tip number 3 is learn what is the best weapon for each weapon class. So for example, let's say you want to play short blunt. So when you go to short blunt here and sort by DPS with crit, you can see that mace is the best weapon, and then comes short mace, and then bone club with spikes, short bat with rake spikes. There are a couple of weapons here that it's like very difficult to craft, but stone mace, for example, is actually very possible for anyone to craft. Mace is a bit trickier because mace requires a mace head, and mace head needs to be crafted on an advanced forge, and stone mace doesn't really require that. Stone mace just needs level 8 masonry and level 7 carving, so that you can carve a short bat, and then you can use masonry to get a stone mace head, and then you can mix them together and make a stone mace. And stone mace is the second best weapon when it comes to DPS for short blunt. So this list actually exists in the Wikipedia. So when you look at the wiki for Project Zomboid, you can see which weapon is the best and which weapon is the second best and third best. I'm just going to list a couple of them here so that you don't need to actually look them up. With short blunt, I suggest stone maces, and before stone maces, you can use short bat with nails, or short bat with rake spikes, or short bat with can reinforced. These are all really good weapons, and this just requires some items and short bats. Stone mace and mace also require short bats, so you need to get level 7 carving. So when you're starting the game, you need to get like level 1 carving in order to get a big XP bonus, and you don't really need the XP bonus. Carving is really simple to increase. You just need to find an axe, you chop some trees, and you just increase your carving from the logs and whatever you find. So these are the weapons for the short blunt, and for the long blunt, it's kind of more detailed, because like baseball bat with rake spikes, rake spikes you usually don't find. Long mace requires an advanced forge, and cudgel is really bad weapon, so don't use cudgel. Baseball bat sheet metal reinforced is kind of possible, but requires welding as far as I know. And the long stone mace is actually very possible. Also, baseball bat with can reinforced or baseball bat with spikes or nails is also really good. These require carving level 8, so the same thing with short blunt, you need to level up your carving. And with short blade, it's a fighting knife or hunting knife. You can find a lot of these knives when you're fighting the zombies, but these can be crafted on the forge. And the machete blade knife is some, like, why is this here? I don't know. It's not really good actually. But the hunting knife and the fighting knife are really good, and large knife is also decent, let's just say. But usually hunting knife is what you want. And when it comes to axes, there are a lot of different axes. Wood axe seem the best, but wood axe is a different weapon. It requires a lot of like winding up and then swinging, so I don't suggest you use a wood axe to fight. Pickaxe is really good. Metal baseball bat with saw blade is really hard to come by. Axe is nice. Firefighter axe is also nice. When I leveled axe, I found actually hatchet to be one of the best weapons, because it is like really fast and you can hold it with one hand. It's really light, so you don't really spend a lot of stamina to swing it. So hatchet is actually really good. Axe is good. Firefighter axe is good. And if you want to use, and especially if you have multi-hit enabled, you can use a pickaxe, because pickaxe hits 3 enemies in one swing. Long blade is actually really simple. It is katana, of course, but you can craft a katana, and I haven't found a katana in my life. So it comes to machete and sword. Sword is two-handed, a little bit slower than machete, so I would suggest you to find a machete and use it. You can't use these weapons until you get an advanced forge. So if you build an advanced forge, I suggest you use the machete. Right now I'm playing Project Zomboid in my save, and I'm using a machete, and I have 10 in long blade, so it's just, you can easily kill like 1000 zombies in one day and not get tired. And number 4 is actually a link to this. Number 4 is learn how to craft the best weapons. So let's say you want to go with lumberjack, and lumberjack actually gives an expert which says faster axe swing, so you're faster with axes, and you actually get +2 axe from this. And if you pick fast learner, And if you pick Brawler, you're gonna have level 3 Axe. You're gonna have 125% increased XP gain for Axes, and also 30% from the fast learner. So you're gonna just fly in Axe levels. You're gonna get to Axe level 6 and 7 very quickly, and you're gonna be a really good fighter with Axes. And if you start in Rosewood, you can just go to the fire department and find your first or second, maybe fifth axe very easily. And you can craft your own axes from the forges and the advanced forge. So just check which weapon you want to use. For example, you want to use hatchet in the wiki, and the wiki actually tells you what you need to do, the required steps in order to get your best weapon. So I suggest whatever you start as, check the best weapons and check how to craft them, because when you mass supply these weapons, you're gonna have the best weapon and you're gonna have the best skill tied to the weapon, and you're gonna have a better time because you'll be an efficient fighter. And number 5 is character creation tips. So I'm just going to go to this base. So this is the base character that I have. I'm going to explain really quickly why I picked these traits. It doesn't matter which occupation you take, but these traits are highly recommended by me. So let's go through them. Thin-skinned, it says higher chance of being scratched or bitten by zombies unless you get hit by a zombie, like someone gets you. You don't really need to worry about this. And in later levels, like when you are an advanced player, you shouldn't be getting hit by the zombies. So thin-skinned is basically free 8 points. Out of shape, it says -2 to fitness. You can always increase your fitness levels. It doesn't really change anything in the game. Like you start with just 3 fitness instead of 5, and it is not really hard to level up fitness from 3 to 5. It's just gonna take you like 1 month or so, and shorter time if you just focus on it and try to improve it yourself. But it doesn't really change a lot for your character, and you're gonna get +6 skill levels, like points, from just taking this. But if you don't want to start with -2 fitness, you don't have to take this. Weak is the same thing, -2 strength. It's just a temporary thing. If you gain strength levels, leveling strength from 3 to 5 is not that difficult. It's just free 6 points basically. Conspicuous makes you more likely to be spotted by zombies, and later when you are experienced in this game, you want to be spotted by zombies so that you can kill them. And conspicuous actually, I think, is a positive trait for your character instead of a negative one, because I don't really value stealth in this game. I just want to go and kill zombies because that's basically why I play this game. So that's just +4 points, and you get seen by zombies and you can gather them up and kill them much faster if you take this. Prone to illness makes you more prone to disease and makes you get more faster rate of zombification. If you are getting zombified, it doesn't matter how fast you get zombified. So more prone to disease is basically not that important. So just take this. Slow healer makes you recover slower from illnesses and injuries. It doesn't really matter if you recover slower or faster. When you're injured, you don't need to be fighting, and if you're like, for example, you get scratched by like a tree or even a zombie, you need to rest and you need to recover before you can fight, especially if it's in your fighting arm. So slow healer makes you just waste a little bit of time. It doesn't really change anything. Big stomach, higher chance of to have food illness. You shouldn't be eating dubious food. You don't need to eat rotten food. You don't need to eat burnt food, and you shouldn't be eating any berries or mushrooms that you find unless you take something that tells you if the mushroom or the berries are poisonous or not. For example, wilderness knowledge enables you to know if the food that you find in the wilderness is poisonous or not. So weak stomach is basically 3 points. Short-sighted makes you, well, short-sighted, and you need to put on prescription glasses. And if you put on prescription glasses, it doesn't change anything. Basically, you negate all the negatives from taking this trait. So you just put on some glasses and that's it. Just +2 points. And slow reader, and again, +2 points. You just take longer to read books and other literature like magazines, but magazines usually take a very small amount of time. So it takes longer for you to read books, and like you have all the time in the world. You are not rushing to anything. So just taking slow reader is basically free 2 points. And when it comes to positive modifiers, organized is excellent. It's just 4 points. It makes you it increases the capacity of inventory and also all the other inventory that in your base, for example, or other inventories that you find. This is just a very good trait to have. I used to take other traits like disorganized, for example, but I think organized is very well. 4 points is very low to actually spend here, so organized is really good. Gymnast, you don't need to take gymnast. We are not taking gymnast for the light-footed. We are just taking it for the +1 nimble because, as I said, +1 nimble makes you get 1 nimble and also 75% increased XP gain for nimble. And nimble is a really hard skill to level, and nimble is excellent to level because nimble makes you move faster when you are in the aiming mode. Like when you are fighting, it makes you move and maneuver faster, and it will make you a better fighter when you are fighting the zombies. So +1 nimble is very important. Or you can take burglar if you want. It gives you +2 nimble. If you're not taking burglar, you should be taking gymnast. And lastly, fast learner, I talked about this. It just gives you +30% to all your XP gains. It's gonna make you a better player in a short while. Like, you don't need to take this, but it is just very beneficial to take this. Also, honorable mention, you can take dexterous. This makes you transfer items really quickly, and it's very good. Cat's eyes, if you want to play at night. I don't usually like to play at night. You can take cat's eyes, and it will make you a better fighter when you are fighting the zombies at the dark. Wakeful makes you need less sleep, so you spend less time sleeping and more time playing the game. And outdoorsy makes you basically impervious to everything that's outside, because if you're outside and it's really cold, you're gonna catch a cold. And if you have outdoorsy, you are probably never gonna catch a cold unless it's like a snowstorm in a freezing environment or something. So that's all I have to tell you about creation of a character. And number 6 is what kills you. Lack of food doesn't kill you. Lack of water doesn't kill you. Lack of sleep doesn't kill you. What kills you is zombies. And if you fight zombies properly, if you don't have noodles, and if you have the best weapon and you have leveled in your weapon classes skill, then you're gonna be a good fighter. So sleep well, and when you're fighting zombies, make sure that you don't have any noodles. And whenever you get noodles, just get rid of them immediately. Especially if you are, if you have muscle strain, if you are out of breath, and if you are sleepy or something, because any of these give you -50% to your damage, and it's gonna make you really slow. Or if you're in pain, for example, from something else, like from a scratch or something. So make sure that you fight your zombies in your best shape, and always remember that you don't need food, you don't need water. You can get all these things from other sources. You're not gonna die from like out of thirst or out of hunger. It's gonna be fine. You can just forage for food. You can drink tainted water for some time. You're not gonna die from these. Zombies will kill you. The other things won't. Or maybe car crash or something. But know that what's gonna kill you, and it's probably gonna be zombies. So be wary of fighting zombies, and don't worry about the other things when it comes to like, comparing them to zombies. And number 7 is understanding zombies. So what you need to know about zombies is when zombies see you, they will pursue you, and when they don't see you, they will go to the last place that they saw you, and then they will just ramble about. They will attack player-made constructions. For example, if you have boarded up your house, then they will be incentivized to attack those constructions. And also, if they hear something, for example, a short range of hearing is when you break a window or when you kill a zombie, it's gonna make a short radius sound, and the other zombies are gonna be attracted to that, and they will come and check it out. Like, what is this sound about? And much like medium radius sound effects, like for example, if you are driving a car, the zombies will get attracted to that. If you have a generator running, zombies will come and check it out. If you yell, zombies are gonna come check it out. So these things are gonna make a lot of sound, and zombies will definitely come and check what the commotion is. And you have large radius of sounds, like gun sounds, shotgun blasts, the helicopter you get at the end of the first week. These things will attract a lot of zombies from very far away. For example, car alarms or house alarms. These are really dangerous, and whenever you hear something like that, like when you enter a house and there's a house alarm, you just get out. You just get out and run, because a lot of zombies are gonna come, like 50 plus, maybe 100 plus, and you're gonna die, especially if you are in a building or something. So know that these sounds will attract a lot of zombies, and when they hear something, unless they hear something else or unless they see you, they will come and check that sound out, and then they will scramble about. So if, for example, 3 rows down, there's a house alarm and your base is actually really close to it, probably some zombies are gonna come and check your house out. So know that that's gonna be a danger to your house. And number 8 is how to kill zombies. So zombie killing is actually very simple. When you are facing zombies, you retreat and know that your backside is safe. Like, you should check what's behind you all the time, because you don't want to be facing a wall or something, or facing a zombie when from your backside, because zombie is gonna kill you if they are behind you. So constantly check what's happening in your back, and then retreat as you are swinging your weapon. That's all you need to do. And if there are a lot of zombies, there are ways to separate them. For example, if there's a fence, you can jump the fence and then run around and then jump the fence again. So just half the zombies are on the one side of the fence and half of them on the other side, so that when the zombies that are on the other side of the fence are jumping the fence, the other ones are gonna be following you, so that you separated the group into 2. So you can use the area around you. For example, one of the houses, like if you go around the house and just continue running or just walking, some of the zombies will lose sight of you and they will just don't care about you anymore. So just separate the zombies, and when the zombies are coming to get you, if you don't even have a weapon, you can take 2 or 3 zombies, like you can just push them, and when they're on the ground, you can just stomp on them. Or if you have a weapon, you can just, as you are retreating, you can just keep hitting them until they die. But just make sure to check your back, unless, like, if something is coming from your back to bite you in the neck or something. So you should fight zombies like that. And I'll just put some clips here so that you can see how I'm fighting the zombies, so you can understand what to do and what not to do. Number 9 is changing your difficulty. So this game is a sandbox game. So what does it mean? What does sandbox mean? It means if you are having difficulty in this game, or if you are finding the game too easy, you can change these settings. For example, if you go to the zombie tab under the sandbox options, it says zombie count and it says normal. So when you click this advanced thing, and when you go to the bottom, it says population multiplier, it's 0.65. So if you just put here 0.4, it's gonna lower the amount of zombies that you see in the game. So if you are having difficulty, if you see too many zombies, or if you're, for example, say you're having a lot of difficulty with finding food or finding whatever, you can just change these settings. It's fine. Nobody's going to come and shame you, whatever. Like, unless you, like, if you are cheating in the game, that's fine. It's a sandbox game. You do whatever you want. Play this game however you like. For example, I have my my settings, for example, in Vector's Apocalypse. So I have population multiplier 3, and I have respawn off, and I have 1% random sprinters. But I also have some mods that help me if I get bitten. I don't just end the game when I'm bitten. I can actually take care of myself, nurse myself back to health, so that I don't die from a zombie laceration or scratch or a bite. And also loot, for example, if you, like, for example, I set my perishable food and non-perishable food to 0.01, so that I don't find a lot of food loot, so that I am forced to fish or garden or find cows or something to milk. And I put the ammo to 1 because I want to find a lot of ammo, so that my game is more fun to play. So these are just the things that you can change in the game. Don't be afraid to mix these up and change the game however you like, because this is a sandbox game. Play however you like the game. for you to play. And number 10 is mods. So let's go back and look at the mods. So these are mods that I have. I'm just gonna get to the mods that I usually use. You don't have to have all of these. For example, I want to see some of like this Porsche 911. This is a really cool car. I want to see this car spawn sometimes, and so I have this enabled. I have this CUCV cars. I have this enabled so I can use these cars. I have antibodies, so if I get bitten, I can actually nurse myself back to health. I have auto cook, whatever. So I'm not going to go over all the mods that I have, but know that if you want to fix something, like for example, you are having difficulty with, like, I don't want to waste time picking apart the cars to improve mechanics. There is auto mechanics for that. Or, for example, you want to, for example, training, exercise. Normally, you need to take all of your gear, like your weapons, your backpack, whatever, out in order to exercise. You just get this mod and you can just exercise whenever you want. You don't have to take everything off, whatever. It comes to a lot of things, like there are a lot of mods for everything. And for example, I have this zombie spawn customizer. I actually made it. I made this mod. This enables you to change what kinds of zombies are gonna be in your game, so that you can find more survivor zombies, for example, so that you can find skill books faster. So when I go to custom sandbox, it's gonna enable me to change zombie spawns here. So for example, agent zombies, you can just type 1 here so that you find more agent zombies, or foreman or golfer, whatever you want. Like this allows you to change a lot of things so that the games becomes more fun or whatever. Like if you want to have a survival, like apocalypse setting, like exterminator suited, you can just type 100 here and there are gonna be a lot of exterminators. Like, so this is just something that you can change. For example, you are having difficulty finding axes, you can just type 100 in this fireman here, and you're gonna have a lot of firemen in your game, and some of the firemen are gonna have fire axes. So you can just pick some mod and just change your game however you want. Mods just enable you to change your game to your liking. And something bonus, never use guns. You start the game with a gun. Guns make a lot of sound and you're gonna attract a lot of zombies, and a lot of zombies are gonna eat you alive. So don't use guns unless you have like a boatload of ammo or something. Like if you're gonna use a 9mm gun, unless you have like 1000 rounds of ammunition and you are good with guns, don't use the gun. So that's for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, give me a follow, give me a subscription, drop me a like, tell me what you want in the comments. If you want other content like this, or if you have any questions, or if you want me to stream, for example, because I don't usually stream, I don't find what I'm doing to be interesting to other people. But if you want me to play this game and watch me play, drop me a comment and tell me that you want to watch me play this game. So whatever, just interact with the video so that other people can see the video. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.